What up, guys? Kevin here. Spider Man 2 has sold more than 2.5 million copies sold through in the first 24 hours, making it the fastest selling PlayStation Studios game in PlayStation history. 2.5 million in one day, which that does include the pre-orders leading up to it. I'm seeing people like do a breakdown. Oh, that's this many copies in an hour, or in a second, or in a minute. All right, well, what about the pre-orders? People that bought it leading up to it. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, I got to tip my hat off to PlayStation. That is a lot of copies. And yes, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to absolutely be that guy. 2.5 million copies in one day. Yeah, that's impressive. A lot of people will take that. I would say most people, probably everybody, would take that. However, who the cares about sales besides PlayStation? I will never understand PlayStation. And I don't really celebrate any of this stuff. All I celebrate is games that I'm playing that I enjoy. But since the PlayStation fanboys love to play this game, 2.5 million people bought the game. Bought the game, meaning Christmas is coming. We're going to buy this game and save it for little Joey for Christmas. Meaning a lot of these copies are not getting played. So cut to Starfield. Over 6 million Starfield players. So how does that work? These are people that started the game. Downloaded and started the game. 6 million. You cannot say that with Spider-Man, which Spider-Man is not PlayStation's IP. It's a loaned IP, not their own. It's loaned, made by Insomniac, where Insomniac learned to make that game from Xbox, when Xbox funded Sunset Overdrive. Basically, Spider-Man, Miles Morales 2, is a Sunset Overdrive skin, but with Spider-Man. 6 million players. Oh, wait, we're not done there. 10 million players. 10 million Starfield players. And we are well over a month, nearing 2 months. And on Steam alone, it still has over 50,000 players. 10 million people. It's not 10 million people with a good portion of those. Oh, I bought this for little Kevin for Christmas. And we're just sitting on the game. No, these are people that downloaded and played the game. Sure, some of them may have played a couple minutes and oh, this is boring. But that's what Xbox wants. Xbox wants you in their ecosystem. They want you engaging in the ecosystem. Not buying a copy and sitting on it for Christmas for it to go immediately in someone's backlog. How many copies of that 2.5 million is just going to sit in someone's backlog after it's been gifted to them? Again, 2.5 million, again, not taking anything away. It's just when I see a number like that, it does nothing to me. It does not wet the pussy. And I do find it very odd. Usually PlayStation, they wait a few days, a few more days, and then they do what? God of War Ragnarok, what was it, 5-6 million after a few days? Wonder why they just did one day, meaning the many, many, many days worth of pre-orders in the first day. I have a feeling that this game, Spider-Man 2, the sales just dropped off. Remember what happened with Final Fantasy 16? They immediately announced 3.5 million, and then it was, oh crap, our game ain't selling. Or 3 million, yeah, it was 3 million. They probably got the 3.5 million, and they're like, ah, crap. I can believe that with Spider-Man too. You know why? Because Super Mario Wonder came out. People probably moved on to buy that game after how great it is. That game kind of came more out of nowhere than Spider-Man 2. We knew Spider-Man 2 was going to be pretty good. Well, we didn't expect this many bugs. But I think a lot of people immediately moved on to Super Mario Wonder. Plus, there's just a million other games coming out. I think now we're all waiting for Alan Wake 2. And then you got Call of Duty coming out. This year's just been insane with video games. So I would like to see the tail on Spider-Man 2. I still think it's going to sell a lot of copies. I think it's going to get to 10 million copies. Potentially being the highest selling Spider-Man 2 game. Cool, but at the end of the day, a one and done, like the game came out on Friday. It's now Tuesday. And it already feels like if you haven't beat it by now, you probably never will because it's that short of a game. I'm seeing people posting their platinum screenshots, which, I mean, we don't want that discussion. We don't want the discussion of PlayStation only providing such a short weekend game. Like, they provided a game that you play and beat over a weekend. And that's it. That's good. That's good for 2023. What are they going to go hibernate till 2024? This time next year, maybe we'll get another game. I don't know. But go ahead. Keep celebrating the 2.5 million. I can't be the only one that saw that number. I bet you even PlayStation fanboys saw that number and went, well, I guess they're telling us it's the fastest selling PlayStation IP ever, so I'm happy. But are you really? Are you really? 2.5 million, just that number alone is pretty small compared to what these studios use for congratulatory numbers. Especially when, like Lords of the Fallen, I think Liza P. Two very niche titles celebrating 1 million. It's like, all right, you did 1.5 million more than better than those two. You can tell me it's the fastest. You can tell me it's the first day. That game, Spider-Man 2, did have great marketing and probably great pre-order numbers. But I want to see the legs on Spider-Man 2. I want to see it. I ain't gonna do the only 6% of PlayStation owners. Oh, it's only on PS5. There's a crap ton of PS5s. That is something I can't take away from Sony. They're doing a great job selling PS5s. I don't know how they do it when they didn't release any single player titles this year up until Spider-Man 2. Oh, yeah, because their name's PlayStation. PlayStation, their biggest win right now is that their name is PlayStation. When people think of, I want a video game console, immediately comes to mind PlayStation. That's because the PS4 was awesome. All right, well, there you have it. Starfield, this was a while ago. What are they at now? Because, here's what I'm really impressed. When they announce something like a Grounded, a brand new IP has over 15 million players. Oh, they just announced the same day, Horizon, I think Forza Horizon 5, over 34 million players. Minecraft crossed 300 million. Sea of Thieves, the game that came out in 2018, is a top 20th selling game, 5 years later, more than 5 years later. A game like State of Decay 2, these games that, we can crap on Xbox for these games launching not in a great state, but man, we can't crap on them for keeping up with these titles and seeing the player base of these games. What is State of Decay 2? There's got to be 10 million? It's up there, right? Fallout 76, I think, crossed 15 million players. To me, that's impressive. It's more impressive seeing who actually downloaded and started the game. Because buying games on Xbox, it's Microsoft. I don't care about their pocketbooks. I don't care about money going into their coffers. of people who buying it. I care about people engaging with the product. I guess PlayStation can care a little bit more because that's all they got. They need the sales. All right. I gotta go. I slept on this all day. I'm like, I'm not gonna make a video, but I'm like, I just have to. I just have to. I see just way too much celebratory over 2.5 million copies being sold, not being played, sold. All right. Well, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.